Okay, right now I got the MT4 platform running. Now the issue that I got MT4 bar and all that kind of stuff here, but I deactivated everything as if you're brand new to the system, and the potential that you're going to learn by trial and error that your platform might go down because there's nothing to restart it. Especially when you log in, if it goes down, it won't start until you log in type idea. And so let's do a restart. I'm just going to restart this and show you that if I knock this off, it's not going to initiate again. So it is 1843. I'll come back at 1845. All right, it's becoming 1845. That's 6:45, and I'm going to initiate the server. So there's nothing running, right? That's not good. We don't want that. Now, what we have to do, according to this document, this is a first approach to get things working when you log in, to have auto login and this to initiate. So that's what the problem is we don't have, because if you put this in the startup and you don't initiate the auto login, then this still won't set up until you're logged in. So what I mean by that is what this document says is go down here, go to this PC, and then go to local C. We want to have this document, we need to have this open in order for this to register what we're trying to do. So this records this. All right, so we have this running now. So this has to be running. And then we go click on this, double click on the startup adder. And it'll ask, do you want to generate a startup file? Yes. Enter. Then it says I can exit. Press any key to exit. Now I can take the startup command, copy it, and put it in the startup right here on the menu, startup. Paste. Now what this is going to do is going to allow me to, as soon as I log in, it's going to start the platform if it crashed. But it won't do it until I log in manually. This is why I got to go to the auto login file, click on auto login, and put my username, password, or domain and password, and then enable it, which I have already. This step's already activated. I did this in the past. So just a tip, you got to do that, and that will auto log in without you having to open up the link, the IP address to the server to log in. It will do it on its own behind the scenes. So that's a key step. Make sure you click enable. I don't have my password in here right now, so I'm not going to click enable. I'm just going to exit out of here because it's already enabled. All right, so now if I close this off, if I close this off and restart it, shh, I'm trying to do a video. I told you this already. Those are the kiddos. They're 6 and 5, 5 and 6. Austin and Noah. They're rambunctious. You know how kids are. So I'm gonna restart this. Doing all this stuff for my business as a part to help my family and us to have a future, a better future. Of course, that's what everybody deserves, is to be able to feel that they're moving in the right direction. And I live in a very, very expensive city. Houses are over $1 million. Just as a rundown, what my house in the central BC was $300,000. I'd be worth about 1.3 million, 1.5 million here, and it gives me a much more drive to work at my business to try to be able to afford a house again. My kid's mom moved down here, so I'm down here too on the coast where it's super expensive. So I'm going to connect back to the server. I closed off the MetaTrader platform, and it should be up and running. Yes, it is. It's up and running. So that's how you make sure that that runs in the background if it closes off for some reason or crashes. And that's just one way to do it. I'll show another way. I'll just take care of the kids here and get back to doing this again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the file, the startup file here, and show you how another way to do this. Okay, now all you have to do is copy this and add this to the startup. And that should also kick this back in gear when it starts up. So I'm going to just click that off, and everything else is initiated. The auto login's already initiated. So that's an important step, that's initiated, which it is. If you've done it once, it should remain initiated. And I'm just going to restart this again and restart. And I'll be back in another couple of minutes. Okie dokie, let's click on that IP address, open up the server. And there you have it. That works as well. Okay, so now the next thing that I want to put in place here, if I click this off, it's not going to restart. So MT4 bar, you can download that. You can find it, MT4 bar. There's a video that shows how it works. And you just do the same thing because this needs to initiate on startup. So copy I'm going to put this in the startup file. Paste. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this just to show you. And what I'm going to do is click on this. That's the installation program right there. Just waiting for it. Oh, there, yeah, it comes up down here. Okay. So there's running and watch. Watch. See how it brought it up? So I'm just going to minimize that right now. And when it's on watch, it will execute, it will launch it. So if I take the watch off by double clicking that and I close this, then the running goes off. That just shows you that because you could put multiple MT4 programs in here and manage them from here and do nifty things. You can go to the site and learn about it. And it just tells you what's running, what's not, what the status is of all this stuff. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is to show you first, because this is how this works, is that if I close this off and do this, exit application and restart, it should I'll just close this off for now too. It should launch the MT4 bar, and we should just see that launched at least. It won't execute the MetaTrader because I didn't put the watch on. But I just want to show the test that that will happen. Restart. Okay, and I'll be back. All right, let's kickstart this baby. There it is. It's running, right? So that's a good thing. Now, what I'm going to do is click on watch, and you'll see what happens. Boom, right? That's what we want to have happen. Okay, so now every time I restart, this is going to start up, and that will initiate this. And B, what is a good thing is if this crashes some reason without the computer restarting or something, then it's not going to start up back on its own. That's what MT4 or bar will do. And the beauty of having MT4 bar, knowing these skills, how to get this stuff to start on its own is if you do have a virtual server at home that you want to use, that this stuff will help make sure that you do not experience some problems down the road. It will be there to help protect you from something going terribly wrong and not knowing it until later you check on something, and probably you won't even know that something might have gone wrong. So that's a good thing. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to initiate everything. You can have everything work. This PC. I'm going to go to Startup, copy this, because this allows it to start up on startup. Go back to C. I'm going to go to this. I'm going to say yes. And then any key to exit. Copy this. Go to startup. So now I've got all three measures in place, which is kind of cool, I have to say. This is a great little thing to know, and just overkill backup protection on having your money running properly and not to having something go wrong with it is a good security measure in my opinion. So the next thing I want to do is go to auto login. This is just a tip, a reminder, because it's already initiated for me. This is when the first time that you set this up, you want to click on this, enter your password, your information. It'll be in the email that you receive when you sign up. Click enable, and bam, you're good to go. And then boom. Right? I can just minimize this to the bar. And as soon as I click on restart, I will come back, and of course it's going to pop up. Okay, so all three measures are in place as a backup. And there it is, the terminal is up. Minimize that, and it's good to know. I'll minimize that, and that's the virtual server. It doesn't matter, it's there anyway. See, and I don't feel like I have to worry if I did something wrong. That might be this here. But if I accidentally closed that off, and I didn't realize it, well, at least I feel okay that it's coming back up without a problem. And it's easy to hit the wrong buttons when you got parallels and you got this. So this is a beautiful feeling. Ta-da! See how this is in the way of that? That's, beautiful, right? All right, enjoy your day.